Hello again and welcome back to my channel. I'm Alex and this is Lexi's Travel Bug. Back in June, the Hubs and I were able to attend the first U.S. test cruise for Royal Caribbean on the Freedom of the Seas. This was a 2-night sailing from the port of Miami to Royal Caribbean's private island in the Bahamas, perfect day at Cococay. Come along with us while we explore a little of the ship and the island. One of the very first things that we did when we got on the ship was grab a drink by the bar at the pool at the Lime and Coconut, and then start exploring the ship. This was my third time on the Freedom. It was the Hubs' first time on board, but neither one of us had been on a Freedom class ship at all in many, many years. When we saw there was nobody up here at the golf course, we decided to play a round of golf after we walked around and explored a little bit. It was a lot of fun, and at this point, it felt like there was absolutely nobody else on board with us. It was also a beautiful day, a little warm, a little humid, but not too much of either one. It was actually a beautiful June day. Being back on board was a completely surreal and bittersweet experience, knowing it had been so long since any cruise line or any cruise ship had been in the water, especially in the United States, and it was a very emotional day for us.
We are about 15 minutes from sail away, and there's almost nobody out here. Oh look, there's some people over there. There's some people down there. But normally, the upper deck would be packed at sail away. There's nobody here. Oh, there's a bunch of boats in the water getting ready for us to leave.
After a great night on board the ship, exploring and finding some friends that were also sailing, we had the opportunity to go to Perfect Day at Cococay. Here we're seeing the beautiful blue paint color that they're starting to put on all of the Royal Caribbean ships, and we took our time and just enjoyed the scenery and enjoyed the morning on our way over to the Oasis Lagoon. For those guests that don't want to walk the entire way up the pier, they do have little buggies or shuttles that'll take you from the ship all the way up to the beginning of the island, and then from there you can transfer to another shuttle that'll take you to various locations around the island. As we got closer to the arrivals plaza, there was a band playing and the Junkanoo dancers were out performing, greeting the guests and welcoming them back to the island for the first time in over a year. The staff members that live on the island were also out and about, as well as some of the staff members that came from the ship. We realized there was a beautiful sand carving into the sand when we got there. It said "Welcome back," and it had the Royal Caribbean logo, and the balloon Up and Away was also there as well. We had to stop, take some photos, and get a little bit choked up at the emotional situation that it was being back at Cococay again. And then we were on our way over to the Oasis Lagoon. On the way, we were able to pass by this little playground for the kids. It's a pirate ship water feature. It has slides and fountains and just some fun places for the kids to hang out and get wet on their way to other places on the island. All these little benches with umbrellas by them, those are where the shuttles come by to pick up people and drop them off throughout the day. We took a small detour to stop at one of the Lobo shops. I was on the hunt for a particular item that they ended up not having at this shop. We did end up finding it later on in the day at a different shop in another part of the island though. Right across from that Logo shop, there was a fun little play area for the kids. There's a little cubby area where you can put your shoes. They have lots of life jackets of all different sizes all around the island for the kids to use. And this was a fun area that had like buckets that would fill and fountains that would shoot out and stuff like that. Just a fun place for the kids to feel special and like there was something just for them. although I'll probably never be able to get my husband up on Up Up and Away. It is a really fun feature that one day I hope to be on the island with people that would like to go. And finally, we started arriving at the Oasis Lagoon area. There are multiple entrances into the Oasis Lagoon. This is just the most common way for us to enter. We start over by the zero entry area. This is very similar to how you would walk into a beach where it's just a gradual incline. There's fountains at the beginning to make it really fun for the kids to play in, and not gonna lie, it's a lot of fun for the adults to walk in as well. You can see here the water is just lapping along the edge. There's no stairs. You can just walk right in to the pool, and it just gets gradually deeper the farther you walk in. The entire lagoon is pretty shallow for an adult. It is mostly in between your shoulders and your waist. It never gets deeper than your shoulders though, and I'm about 5'7". You can see here again, we do have the life jackets for the kids. They have multiple sizes available. They are sanitized and cleaned throughout the day. There's beach areas, there's walkway paths, and here we have a beautiful view of the Oasis Lagoon from a bridge that is crossing from one side to the other. You can see there was a few people out with us. Mostly it was just us and the lifeguards. Around all of the little islands that are in the lagoon, there's seating areas in the water. And the birds, you can tell, had just really been enjoying taking advantage of having the island to themselves for such a long time. Back on the ship, we got one last view of Perfect Day at Cococay to finish out our day. One of my favorite things about ending a day in Perfect Day at Cococay is all of the island staff comes out to tell us goodbye. They come out with whistles and drums, and they dance, and they really give us a great send-off. While it was bittersweet to be leaving, I was really excited for the opportunity that we had all throughout the day to experience the island and all of the amazing amenities that we had there. Lots of guests from all over the ship were being drawn out to the outer areas by all the noise and the commotion as the island staff gave us a great send-off. We also observed off in the distance there was a lot of ships that looked like they were waiting to come into the island. We had heard that different ships were able to come in, swap out provisions, swap out staff members to get people on and off ships more efficiently and transport people around the Caribbean. Was all being done utilizing Perfect Day at Cococay as one of the meeting points or trading points for those areas. And it was right around this time that I realized that the lifeguards were staying on the island. For some reason, I always thought that the lifeguards that went to the island were the same ones that were found all around the ship. And it was right around now that I realized that not only does the island have its own dancers and entertainment staff, chef staff and kitchen staff and all the other kind of staff, I realized they had their own lifeguards as well. Thank you for coming around to this very quick video that we had on our time on the test cruise on the Freedom of the Seas. We did not spend a lot of time videoing or recording. We really just wanted to immerse ourselves in the experience. We do have a lot more cruises scheduled, so there will be more videos coming up. But in the meantime, if you did like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to this channel, and be sure to tell me in the comments what other kind of content you want to see more of. Thanks for coming, thanks for watching, thanks for staying around, and I'll see you next time.